wonderful chat show with eminent personalities kicks off on the 18th on YouTube. Keep an eye and an ear out for it. More chat.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
So, Faye DSouza, what a story. I mean, here's somebody who starts off as a business journalist. I remember, you and me both having these vibrant conversations with her in studio back in the day when she used to come in here and do a business segment. And now she's the toast of the nation as far as an alternative point of view and thought is concerned.
She's an incredible woman, personally as well as professionally. Humble beginnings, but very, very clear about who she is, what she wishes to do, and where she wishes to reach. And I speak not of commerce, I speak of courage of conviction again. Here's a young lady who she's so comfortable in her skin, she's very comfortable in her knowledge, and she's fierce, to say the very least. She said something really interesting when we were chatting on Tellis like it is. She said, I'm speaking about journalism and about news. She says, news is not what you want to hear. News is not what I want you to hear. News is what you need to hear. And that resonated with me. So, she comes from a really good mindset. And she's undaunted. I really appreciate that about her. You may agree or disagree. That's subjective. That's your choice. But she has great conviction in who she is and what she's putting out. And I think that's the wonderful thing about Faye.
And the lesser known fact about Faye would be?
And the lesser known fact about Faye is that we are related.
Related? I'd be damned.
I don't know whether I'm doing her any favors by saying we are related, but yes, we are.
It's a delightful coincidence. Good people deserve to be together in the same family. That's quite wonderful. And two people who are at the forefront of the music business in entirely different ways. There's Devraj Sanyal, him with his larger-than-life persona. In more ways than one, literally. Starts off as a heavy metal, a kind of punk rocker with Brahma, and then goes on to be to the higher echelons of the music business. And Tarseme Mittal, who's forging a path in music in an entirely different way. And you have both of them on the show, so you might want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, Devraj is an interesting personality, to say the very least. What you hear is what you get. He never holds back. He's very clear. He runs, the large label that he does out of the Indian subcon. But what I love about Devraj is he goes out and gets it done. A lot of us sit back. We have maybe the intent in the right place. We have the right vision. But then somewhere down the line, we let go of it or do not do enough. I think Devraj is really a wonderful case of having the right ideas and actually putting his money and putting his effort where his mouth is. And I really appreciate that about him. Again, you may agree or disagree with him, but he has a very, very fierce point of view. And I think that's what we need a lot more of. So Devraj is a wonderful example of actually going out there. He's done a journey himself. He comes from an academically gifted family, and he could have chosen one of the stereotyped careers, but he let passion decide what his profession will be. And it's not just about what we conventionally know him for. It's a lot more. He's doing a lot more than just the label business that we've grown up understanding. So that's the beautiful thing about him. Tarseme's another beautiful boy, man. I mean, he's looking at it from the supply side to the industry. Because, the A&R side, the promotion of artists side, the management of artists side. I find, again, here's another guy who has unbridled enthusiasm for who he is and what he can contribute towards. He does wonderful things. In fact, outside of the career that Tarseme's known for, we got some really fun inputs from him. Now, talk about friendships. His house kitchen cooks food for 10 people every day.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Because his closest friends have always believed that they need to eat together, and that's what family is. So family for Tarseme is not the immediate blood relatives. Well, that as well. But it really embraces people in the ecosystem around him. It's not just feeding friends, it's feeding people around him. And I think that's a beautiful nuance. Besides the actual act of 10 meals or however many meals every day, it speaks about the man, it speaks about his ability to share who he is and what he has achieved. And my goodness, he is motivated. My goodness, he is motivated. I mean, he's got some wonderful projects out, in the market for consumption. Quietly doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and hopefully we'll get to know, a little bit, if not a lot more, about Tarseme and Devraj, in the chat.
Do you have a business meeting coming up just immediately after 10? Can you stay back a shade past 10?
Of course I can.
Good man. Listen, we have a WhatsApp line. It's 99677439943. 99677439943. Easy way to remember it. The last 3 digits are frequency 943. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram is just one word in the search bar. HRISHIKAY. I'll pop up. And Facebook.com/radio1.mum. Any comment on Brian Tellis, any question you have, you've seen him, heard him, talk about it, I'll mention you on air. We'll see you in a bit.